Hello and welcome back, everyone, to the revival of the Aquarium podcast. That's probably something you haven't heard in a while because we've been gone for over a year. But we're back now, okay? Whether there's going to be any consistency is to be seen, but we're here for now.
Wait, when was the actually the last time we did the podcast? Because I was thinking it was 2023, but I actually didn't do any research. I just went in blind.
Yeah, according to YouTube, the date of the last podcast was June 2024.
Dude, I don't even remember talking about that. I don't even remember in June. I only remember like 2 years ago.
Yeah, according to the timestamps on the video, we talked about I'm old, YouTubers, Minecraft 2, Let's Plays.
What?
Motivation.
Was that
gaming.
Wait, was that before the Minecraft movie trailer? Oh my god, dude, there's so much that we skipped.
Yeah, because here's the thing, if we go back, okay, so let's get the timeline straight. So it's June 2024. That's the last Aquarium episode.
Oh my god.
So what were you doing? What were you doing in mid 2024, Sam?
Okay, so I was in junior year in high school. Or no, I finished junior year. I was doing my summer. And I literally was making my Dark Days video, which at that point I didn't realize it was going to be 3 hours long. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
I went to London. to London.
Yeah, yeah.
And then also you went to VidCon, right? In June?
Yeah, so in June 2024, that's crazy. I just realized, June 2024, that was after I came up with YouTuber Gods, but before I started working on it. I think it was rough scripting. It's crazy.
Wait, when did you make YouTuber Gods? I thought you made that like
YouTuber Gods
long ago.
Had a very troubled production cycle. So, oh god, I just realized I've never said it on the podcast because we haven't been recording the podcast. This is new lore. This is forbidden lore. I could talk about so many things. I could talk about the Mario Maker documentary.
Recap.
No one talked about that.
We have to recap.
But yeah, let me go
everything.
through. Let me go through the history of YouTuber God's development cycle because I fucking completely forgot. That's like my magnum opus, and I've never talked about it besides the actual video. Okay, so back in when did I post the first one? Okay. Kids on YouTube. I posted Kids on YouTube in April 2024. So about like maybe a week or two before that. So it probably would have been mid-April 2024. I came up with the idea for a trilogy of 3 videos. They would be 3 video essays designed with the overall intent of sort of presenting my own history, present and future on YouTube through the lens of video essays about YouTube. So the first one was Kids on YouTube, and that one was like, it's about my own past. It's I made videos at 6 years old. So here's a video about other people who did things at 6 years old. And then after that is the video about my present, which was face reveals, where it's like, here's why I'm a faceless YouTuber. Here's why I don't show my face. Here's a 16-minute video about that. And then the third one was YouTuber Gods with the whole idea of like the end of an era and the beginning of a new one, where it's like I'm effectively trying to transition from video essay, like direct quality scripted content, to personality based stuff. So it was like my past as a kid on YouTube, my present as a faceless channel, and my future as a persona on the internet. But the issue was that YouTuber Gods, when I originally came up with the idea, it was only supposed to be like, I thought it would be at most 40 minutes. So the issue...
Oh my god, you were talking about that too. You said it was going to be half an hour in the calls a year ago.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's going to be like 40 minutes. It's going to be a nice time. And to be fair, even then, 40 minutes would have made it by far the longest of the trilogy already, because Kids on YouTube was 20, Face Reveals was 16. And YouTuber Gods ended up at an hour and 22 minutes. It's my second longest video. Somehow, I spent an entire year working on that video, and yet it's still not as long as Evil Superman. That shows how bloated that fucking video is.
Oh, yeah. No, dude, no. This always happens, especially for me, because when you're making videos on iMovie, if you create... probably actually even happens on every editing software. If you create too much stuff in a single file, it eventually lags so much that it's like not really like that usable. So what I do is there's like always chapters and sections into my videos. So every time I get a section of the video done, I actually make a completely new file and edit on that new file. So once I'm done with the video, I combine all the files, put it into one, and then that's the video. But what ends up happening, the side effect of this, is I actually don't know how long the video is going to be until I finally compile everything. So when I was making the Dark Days video, the same thing happened to me. I was expecting the video to be an hour-long documentary. It ended up being 3. Oh my god! It ended up being like more than twice as long.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, like, is it better to know the gargantuan extent of the video, or is it better to not? Because here's the thing, I like when I was making YouTuber Gods, I got to watch my fucking eyes widen in horror as the script just kept getting longer and longer. I think it maxed out at around 35 pages.
Oh my god! Well, how many words was it? Do you know, like 20,000 or something?
I think like 18,000.
I'll check my Google Docs really quick.
But there was multiple revisions too.
Yeah,
but it's like, I'm going through the same sort of thing right now, because the video I'm working on right now is Mobile Horror Games 3. And the script is done. It's 25 pages long, and it's probably going to be the longest mobile game video I've ever done. It's going to be like an hour and a half. Which is,
oh my god, dude, your fans are going to eat well tonight. Oh
my
god.
They're going to have a great time. Unfortunately, though, because it is so long, it got incredibly intimidating. So I don't really want to work on that right now. It was supposed to be a Halloween video. I don't know if I can do that. Because
so again, really what you do like me is that you just constantly, every single day, you think you're under the illusion that you're making an hour-long video, and then finally, like, I know for a fact that the video would have come out like later if I knew the gravity of the situation. If I knew I had to make a 3-hour-long video, I would have put that aside for like
after
months.
A certain point, the sort of pressure of the amount of work that still needs to be done will crush you, and that's what happened with YouTuber Gods. Like, for a few months, I would wake up, I'd do one little one tiny visual,
and then you just get burnt out, crash out,
and then I was done for the day because I didn't want to work on it anymore. I was so sick and tired, and there were multiple periods where I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop and make a video. Like, I did the Flappy Bird video, and I was like, okay, this is the last video. Now I'll work on YouTuber Gods, and I worked on it for an entire month. I added like 9 minutes to the video in that month. The entire month I was 9 minutes. So I was like, fuck, well, that didn't really work out. So then I made Spider-Man ripoffs, and then it didn't do well either. So I was like, okay, well, I'll work on it again. And then that month I only added like 5 or 6. It was it was bleak. And then I stopped for the month of October. I did weekly for 3 weeks. I did Class of 09, Ryan, and then Slav Economy that month. And then that was nice.
Anything but actually doing.
It was a nice return to form, especially when the videos did well, because then you got that extra sort of extrinsic motivation of like, oh, people are actually watching me now. Sweet, I can actually make videos, and I can feel good that people watch them. Then I did multiplayer horror games, and then a few more before getting back to YouTuber Gods. Ultimately, the last video I left out on was Dumb FNAF Theories. It was supposed to be the last upload of the year 2023. Or 2024. It's supposed to be the last upload of 2024, and then I was gonna work on YouTuber Gods, but it took so long to make. Like, both FNAF Theories and Neon White were supposed to be weekly videos. I think Neon White ended up taking like 3 or 4 weeks, and Dumb FNAF Theories also took around the same time. So both of those were monthly projects, even though they didn't really deserve to be. Like, they were edited well, they were written well.
Well, that's my sort of pacing.
And then
it's my
ultimately,
pacing,
and even that, because my whole intent was like, oh, I can't go without uploading for too long. And then I ended up just taking 3 months to make it anyways.
And well, actually, I was gone for 3 months too. Last upload before I made the Dark Souls video, or not Dark Souls, Dark Days. I used to upload. God, I can't believe it. There was a time when I used to upload once a month. Oh my god. From January 2023 to the Skiwi video in April 2024, I uploaded once a month, and then I did a stream in May, and then I was gone the whole summer because I was working on the Dark Days. And then I actually went back for just a little bit, uploading once every 2 weeks, which is just unbelievable to think about. And then after that, I just crashed out. I just completely crashed out. Oh my gosh, I was so done with the editing process.
You vanished for like 4 months, and then came back with the YouTuber that vanished overnight, which is really comedic considering who's uploading it.
It's shockingly well. I don't know why. And also, after that, I wasn't making a video up until July. That's when I made the Manosphere video, which I mean, anyone that's looking at the podcast probably knows the Manosphere video because this is also really niche.
Yeah,
But yeah, that video flopped so hard.
Manosphere
Oh
took
my
6 months,
goodness.
dude. That's crazy. Yeah, honestly,
Oh yeah.
I feel like the algorithm did it a big disservice. Like, I understand that the Sam viewers weren't really interested in watching Manosphere content, but it's like the quality
Well, I
of the
mean,
video on its own, it should be enough for the algorithm to give it to an audience who will watch it.
it didn't make a lot of sense to me because it's not even Manosphere content.
Yeah,
It's
you're just
like it's
making
kind
fun
of the
of it,
same
yeah.
style. It's the same style as like a Gotcha Life video where like
Yeah.
no one on my channel is Gotcha Life fans, but like I still made a video talking about it or whatever. But yeah, no. So it took me I actually even know the days. It took me 49 days to make that video. Not 50. So I like to say that. But dude, the whole time I was making that video, oh my gosh, I was just like,
That's
please, for the
true.
love of God. Oh yeah, and the same thing happened with you, by the way, right? I assumed this video was gonna be like a fun 15-minute video. It ended up bloating to 30 minutes. Oh my God, it's like this always happens. I always underestimate how long a video could be.
I think
Um,
the appreciation for 30-minute videos is good though, because it's like, as opposed to like a 10-minute video where you do it in a week and you have like 3 points. Instead, the 30-minute video, it actually lets you say something. You get to do like setups and payoffs and foreshadowing and all the elements of writing I just really love working with. Also, I feel like speaking of Manosphere, this could be an interesting discussion considering your existing takes on editors. But I edited a bit of that video. So it's like, what do you think?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
How exactly does that sort of conflict with your existing philosophy on editors? Did it change at all?
dude,
Having
oh my
done the
gosh,
process?
yeah. So before I made that video and whatnot, I was always under the consensus that like, you know, you can have like an editor or two and whatnot, that's okay. But I always assumed that like at some point in the line of production, there are so many people that will work on your video that at one point is it even your video. So for example, I love saying this so much in like group chats and friends behind the scenes. But dude, I've stopped really watching Pyrocynical. I think so. I definitely know there's like so he always never really edited his videos for years. I think he what was his name? He had an editor in 2018 and 2017.
Yeah,
or
Ramsker.
2019. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so it's not really the editing problem, but again, I think like now there's the slop, and then is he even writing his own scripts? Can someone get confirmation? I don't know if he's writing his own scripts. I'm not sure.
Oh my God!
'Cause,
Speaking of fucking things we missed because of how
Wait,
long
what?
No, because of
Okay,
how
off
long.
topic. What's this? Let's see.
No. It's like, speaking of shit we missed because of how long we were gone. Fucking YouTube Slop Economy. The entire existence of that video was post podcast, so I've never talked about it in a public setting besides that video.
Oh my God, we've never talked about
There's
YouTube
so
slop,
much
but
I can get into.
Here's the thing. Okay, I'm pretty sure slop is still a thing.
The term
but,
slop
like,
still exists. The issue is like,
yeah.
being a sort of nonsense internet term. Like, my goal with the slop video, or at least one of the several like sub goals, was to try to give an actual definition or like criteria to define this loose, vague internet term. Something I wish I did in the video though was sort of mainly make it very clear. Slop is a very vibe based word. So like something I regret not elaborating on is like, I had people in the comment section of that video who were like small up and coming YouTubers, a lot of which are like kids, making videos for fun or whatever. And then they were like genuinely coming into the comment section of the video like, Terror, I'm scared. Do I make slop content? I don't know. But it's like that's such a funny thing because it's like, no, I should have mentioned in the video, but it's like, I feel like for something to be slop innately, it's like a very corporate type of bad.
It's numb.
Like,
It's just a numb video.
Making a bad video is not slop unless it's for like corporate financial intent. I think that's very clear.
Nothing more. Bloat, numb, corporate. Oh my gosh. And yeah. And as I actually so yesterday I watched the video where Morse Critical like said how much he makes. So yeah, it's no secret. You make slop, you make millions of dollars.
Yeah,
oh my God. Pyrocynical loves joking about how he needs money or whatever. He has millions of pounds. We know it. He has millions of pounds. Surely.
I mean, that's true. Although I will say one of the main sort of responses to my video was like, he does have to employ like a whole fleet of editors to keep the system
He is
running.
Paying his editors. So hey, there you go.
And
right.
From what I heard, he pays them pretty well, at least. Like, he's not getting
because he's making millions.
He's
He's making millions and stuff, right?
Like, he could obviously, like with most employees, you can always pay them more, but he's not working them to the bone for free, at very least.
I got you. Yeah. Oh, so back to the editing conversation. So yeah, I always assumed that like 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 at least have half of your content be made by you or whatever and whatnot. But dude, when I was making this manosphere video, oh my god. So I'll give you some context of the behind the scenes of why it was so chaotic to make. It didn't need to be. It was just all because of one thing. It was college. So ever since we've done this, the last time we did this college or podcast, I was in high school. So now I am in college. I actually just got an exam done. I passed it with a 94.
Hell yeah.
Economics
Good
is
job.
really, it's not really easy. You have to study, right? But I studied and I got, yeah, there you go. I know some money stuff. But the thing is that college is not like high school. You can't, like, high school is like really, really, really easy to pass. I actually, we can talk about this
Yeah,
later.
you
Like,
just gotta show up on time
like
and be in
some
class, yeah.
yes, like some people fail, and it's like, how do you fail?
That is actually
like high
ridiculous.
school. Like, no, like, okay, off topic, but like, I think we even said this in another podcast, but this must be said again. There have been too many times where I've eavesdropped because someone's talking too loud, and they're like, oh, dude, I got like 2 assignments to turn in, and like, I'm failing 2 classes, and the 2 classes in question are like gym and like robotics or something, where you just need to learn what a robot does or something. I'm not sure.
You're failing like sociology. It's like, you just go to the class and write the definitions, bro. It's not that hard.
Oh my god. Okay. But yeah. So that's not like college. So college is genuinely like, you do need to study and whatnot. You have less classes. In high school, I had 8 classes, which, come to think about it, this 4-class routine is really good. Not sure why the high school crams 8 classes into like what, 6 hours, 7 hours? I mean, like, that is not okay. Like, you don't learn anything. You forget everything. You're cramming too much information at once.
Did your high school have a schedule that was like the same 8 classes every day? Like, how did that work?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So college is different because each semester is completely different classes. So the 4 classes I'm doing right now, I will not be doing in about 2 months from now in January. But anyways, so college is easy, somewhat easy at first. Make sure you write, make sure you study, make sure you watch the videos and podcasts in class. But then, by the time November and December is going to hit, I have to do, the final exams and whatnot, pass the goddamn tests, or else it dictates the future of my career. So while I was making the Manosphere video, I started editing on it in very, very late July. We'll basically just say August 1st. I started college on the 24th of August, so I had 3 weeks to make a video and whatnot. So I got about halfway through. I was making like a minute a day. Pretty good stuff. That's my pace. But then college happened, and I was like, oh no, this is really bad. Like, college is going to consume a lot of my life. I have to get this done. So my philosophy going forward post-August was, get this video done before college becomes time consuming, because I'm still in the era where all I have to do is be in my class and like 30 minutes of studying, and then I can make my video. But then there's eventually going to be an era where I don't even have time to make my video, and by the time I'm done studying, I'm going to be sleeping or I'm tired. So dude, that was a mess of a video to get out. Oh my gosh.
I remember for a period of time, whenever you join any calls, you'd always be like, guys, I'm rot maxing. I'm spending every hour of the day working on this video.
Dude, my room smelled awful. My room was tarnished. So I actually did a lot of physical sets in my room.
Did you stop showering?
Cause that takes like 20 minutes to do. You gotta get the fucking video out. You gotta get.
That's very.
These are the things at hand.
That's very interesting though, because it's like that you're reverting to the same greasy teenager you were when you did weekly.
Oh my god! Oh, we didn't even discuss this in a previous podcast, I'm pretty sure.
No,
but yeah, no.
just,
So when you're uploading, once every Sunday, I bet you can find a routine where you can get a shower every now and then. But dude, I showered like twice a week when I was 14, because the moment I woke up, I was already talking about garbage Gary's Mod games or Counter-Strike clones or something. Like,
yeah, I think for most of my high school, I'd shower for usually once every 3 days, but sometimes it would be like once a week. Things were dire
because you gotta get the damn video out, right? You only got 7 days.
I feel like a part of it is like, you're thinking, I don't really care if I'm presentable. It's fucking high school. I'll graduate in a year. I don't care.
Oh yeah, no.
And also it's like, I'm making
oh,
money right now. I'm making these videos. It's as long as I
huge
get them
bank,
out.
huge bank.
So it's
yeah.
like you're not really incentivized to prioritize hygiene at that point in time. Because it's like, I don't care if I'm unapproachable. It's fucking high school. I don't care.
And also, by the way, I have really, really good friends. Like back when I was 14, I still have the same friends that I do now and whatnot, and they probably noticed that I was greasy, but they never mentioned it.
They're
Like
too
we
polite.
all hung out as if like, it was still me, like regardless if I looked like a goddamn homeless man or hobo or something, right? But yeah, no, like my hair got so spiky, I remember. And dude, keep in mind, I was balancing the video making with being in school, with hanging out with family, then sleepovers and hanging out with friends, then also writing on my journal. I would spend like an hour writing on the journal because it takes a lot of time to write what you did each day, especially if you did a lot of things per day. So I was on top of my game workforce wise, which is crazy because I was 14.
The funny thing with school is I'd always I'd always get my work done in the first half of class. So I just the biggest issue with being at school is just the fact that you're in the building, because it's just like you finish the work in like 15 to 30 minutes and then you sit there playing fucking Bloons Tower Defense for 30 minutes per class.
And Ian, this is why making videos on iPad is so good. You can make videos anywhere you go.
True.
I've never actually made a video on my computer before. I have already said this in another episode, I'm sure of it. But yeah, you can edit wherever you want. So the moment you got the schoolwork done, which was really easy, not sure why it's hard, I just was on my iPad, pretending to be on my school iPad, but in reality I was making some crappy mobile game or something like that. Good times.
I think it's interesting we're bringing up school because in the last video I posted as of recording this, which was Longing for a World That Doesn't Exist, it was like the Deltarune video. I think a big sort of motif in that video was, okay, just in general, okay, my main gimmick for the more serious videos has just been like Terrorism YT finds a specific feeling of sadness or something, and I need to find a way to shift it and express it in a way that conveys the emotion. It's a very, very artistic thing, but the side effect is that a lot of the time it makes the final product feel like a cry for help. like for YouTuber gods, right? There's so many moments, like half that video is just really depressing, and because of that I never want to rewatch that video. I know that it's really good. I know that it's probably my best work and will be for the next couple of years, but it's a very personal video, because the thing is with imbuing your personality into something is that, again, it's like that cry for help thing where it's just like, this would be something I should be telling a therapist. but instead I'm putting it in a YouTube video and being artistic with it, because there's an element of rehearsal of like drama, dramatizing a feeling. But the thing is, at its core, it is a real feeling that exists. So in the Longing for a World That Doesn't Exist, I talk about how, like, graduating high school kind of fucked me up because, not because everything changed, but because nothing did. I was already mentally checked out of high school years ago.
That was a good sentence.
Because I was making videos. And it was like, yeah, sure. And that became sort of a motif of the video where in the narrative, I'm relying on Deltarune as like a piece of comfort media in order to, I think the exact quote I use as a reference to Spamton was, to cope for all my friends abandoning me for the slime, which is a Spamton Deltarune quote.
That is ridiculous.
And it was like, you're not close to your friends anymore because you're not in high school. So you lean on like fictional connections with characters. And that was sort of the main through line, where it's like, in reality, I really liked Deltarune. Don't get me wrong. The sort of depressive feelings in the video, that was not the main emotion. The main emotion was, I like Deltarune. I love Rouse. I love Susie. They're very fun characters. But also that sort of, I was able to take that sort of small feeling of like sadness or like depression or nostalgia, and I was sort of able to extrapolate that into a 30-minute video around that theme. Speaking of Deltarune, Sam, you still haven't played Deltarune yet. What the fuck?
Oh my god, no. I actually wanted to cut you off and say how much I hate Deltarune now. Dude, oh my god, I'm so sick of it. And there's only one reason. It's exposure. Oh my god.
Okay,
So
so
there's this website.
yeah.
What's the website called, Ian?
Okay, so I got in call. I found this cool website on Twitter. It was a meme a couple of months ago. It's like r/place, except instead of on Reddit, it is on a globe map. It's called wplace, and you go on there and you can build little pixel arts. And I showed it to Sam. And what was your experience, Sam?
Oh my god, every single part of the planet had the stupid goat smoking that dumbass Spam Tim. I'm pretty sure his name is Spam Tim, the one with the pink and yellow eyes, right? Yeah. Oh my god. So we went to the Congo. We went to the jungles of Africa. Spamton. Oh, hey guys, did you know how much I love Spamton? Do you know how much I love the goat? What's the goat's name? Russell or something? Rotse. God, I love Rotse so much. I'm going to put him in the middle of Bangladesh.
I'm going to put him in Uganda. I'm going to put him in Swahili.
Oh my god, we went to the goddamn... Dude, we went in the middle of nowhere in the ocean. Just some random uncharted island with no name. Oh yeah, hey guys, here's a goat smoking. Hey, look, and like, dude, even in your hometown, there was a goddamn, thick, bikini goat thing. Oh my god.
That was yeah. Okay, so it's like, for context, I live in a pretty small town. I was one of the first people from where my location is to go on wplace. The only thing that was there in my town before I added Isaac from the Binding of Isaac is it was a pixel art of Chris Deltarune. That was the one thing that was. It was that, and then I think
someone made
Chris,
that's the name. That's
made
the name.
a fucking Boy
Chris.
Kisser there too, and I burned it.
Oh my god, and I'm so sick of it. It was never funny. What was funny? What was funny?
The joke was funny? Porn. The joke was porn. That was the whole joke.
Dude, the entire joke was like, hey guys, I'm gay, guys. Oh no, that's like. It's like a less funny version of iDub saying I'm gay. It's just like you like kissing boys. Oh, yeah, wow, it's so funny. It's so smart.
I hate Boy Kisser. I think Boy Kisser is like actual Hitler meme. If you unironically post Boy Kisser, you are a pedophile. If you post Boy Kisser, you love children.
What are we talking about? What?
Boy Kisser is a pedophile meme. You're on the level of Hitler if you post Boy Kisser.
You're on the.
This is just real. That's just facts and real. I'm getting based. I'm getting red pilled. I watched the Sam Alpha Male video, and now I know what Alpha Male is. So I'm
we were supposed to talk about editing. Oh god, we keep sidetracking. We were supposed to talk about editing, and then we ended up talking about Hitler. Okay, guys, back to the conversation. Whoa. Okay, so right. So in the 49 days that I made the video, half of it was in summer, half of it was in college, and I was like, oh my god, get this video out. Rot maxing, no showers, have a little snack for breakfast. Okay, there's a point for 3 days. There's a point for 3 days straight. No human contact. I did not leave the room. The only human contact was my wee mom, my little mother giving me lunch, and it was awesome. But I got a lot of progress done. I got 5 minutes done in 3 days. Like intense editing.
Yeah,
I'm talking.
You got the big
wake up. Editing, food, and then sleep.
Dude, I had a fucking crazy day. I don't think it was yesterday, but I think it was the day before that. I added 8 minutes. Oh, no, it was yesterday.
How do you do that?
That's
like
of a video
insane.
In a day. I added 8 whole minutes.
Insane.
And I didn't even realize it was 8 minutes until after the bit was done. But I was genuinely really proud of myself. I was like, holy shit, I added 8 minutes in a day. What the fuck?
The most I've ever added in a single day was 6 minutes. And then again, that was like a game review. So the reason why it only took me it took me 3 days to make 5 minutes was because it was so, if you ever watch the video, you'll know, it's super stylized editing, I figured out how to get to CapCut. Oh yeah, figured out how to use CapCut ever since the last podcast, or at least just this video. Very, very, very funny app. Oh my god, the transitions are so diabolical. It was perfect for the Manosphere video.
Yeah, speaking of getting a lot of work done fast, I was able to get the Undertale on Scratch video out before VidCon, and that was insane because that was like a 3-day production cycle. I've never done a video that fast before.
Oh my god, yeah. So I did. So the fastest video I ever got out was the One Giant Onion video. It's 11 minutes, and it's modern editing, right? So it's not like a 2022 video. So it's decently edited. I think. Can I even memorize it here? I'll go to the description. I'm pretty sure it took 4 days, right? Question mark. It took 4. It took 6. It took 6. So that was the shortest it ever took me to make a video.
That's pretty crazy. That's a video in the more modern era. That is actually kind of wild.
God, can you believe that? I could just, if I just really wanted to get a video out, I just
If you were
spend a
really
week, but I just
motivated,
can't.
if you were motivated,
Oh yeah, but here's
then
another reason why I can't make videos. Another reason why the Manosphere videos suck to make. Oh my God, this is because my time is so like bloated now with freaking work. Oh my gosh. And by the way, I'm not employed anymore. I worked at Subway for a few months. We could talk about that probably another podcast. But it's just work, the studying and whatnot. Which is very important, right? It dictates your life. You cannot procrastinate on this.
yeah. Also, wait, hold on. So, speaking of the motivation problems with Manosphere, what happened to that? Because I remember when you first came up with the idea, you were like really hyped about it. You were like, "Yeah, my next video is gonna be on Manosphere." It's such a funny.
That's just
like we were watching though, like Anthony Spade, Red Pill Coach, and his insane fucking takes.
Well, dude, that's just what happens. That's what happens when you
his awesome intro with the tiger. It's like you were so hyped about it. How like. I mean, I understand, but like usually that motivation at least lasts a while, right? Like how long did it last before you just wanted to get it over with?
Oh, well, I wanted to get over with when college happened, but I mean, you're actually asking something that like I thought was pretty simple. Like, I mean, this always happens. This doesn't even happen on videos.
I mean, that's
like
true. It happened as well with the video,
like,
with the video I'm working on now, where it was like,
yeah,
video that's coming out soon. It's Black Mirror video. So I was watching Black Mirror last month. I thought it was pretty good. And then usually when I watch media, I don't watch it with the intent of making a video on it. But in the case of the Black Mirror one, I was sort of keeping moderate tabs on the popularity of the episodes as I watch them. Since it's an anthology, every single episode is completely different. So I make it to San Junipero, which is like 5th highest rated episode of the entire series. That's pretty crazy because as I was watching through the show, it was like Black Christmas is number 1. Okay, I'm getting around to watching it now. Let's see. And it was a fucking masterpiece. And then the next one was like, Shut Up and Dance is the 6th most popular episode. And that one was one of my favorites of the series. That one was great. And then I make it to Junipero and it was fucking dog shit. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but it was like a really generic
in comparison.
It was just like a really generic episode. It didn't really have any sauce, didn't have any special gimmick. It was just kind of a romance that happens. It wasn't particularly good. So I see this and I'm like, okay, I could work with this because the thing with Junipero is like, this is like a beloved episode of the series. I went on, like, I scoured fucking Reddit posts. It's like tons of people really like this episode and I don't understand why. There was this one response asking why people liked this episode, and this person was like, my 3 favorite episodes are San Junipero, followed by White Christmas and Shut Up and Dance. It's like, those are 2 of the best episodes of the series, and you're putting them after Junipero? Junipero is just lesbians. That's all it is. So I was really motivated to work on the video, and I got to editing it, I got to putting it all together, and then I think in the last like 3 days, I sort of just wanted to get it over with now because I've been working on this for like a month. And then that's when I got the 8 minutes done in a day. So.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, that's what I was about to say. Like this happened. This is just a life phenomenon. You get really hyped to do something and then you actually do it. And then, yeah, just like,
I mean, that's true. But here's the thing. Junipero
like,
lasted a solid month of pretty consistent work on it. So it's like, how long did Manosphere last before you got sick of it?
Well, let's see here again. I started July 30th and then college happened the 24th. So I think I was indifferent. I was never really like happy. Like, no one really smiles while editing a video, right? Like you just got to get through it, right? But I was pretty indifferent to everything for about like 2 weeks, and then the 3rd week came and I was like, okay, college is coming, and then college actually happened, and then now I'll continue what I was saying about like the whole stuff. Like, so, oh my God, it was just the worst thing ever. So there's 2 ways to hate a video, at least for me. So there's one way to hate it. You hate making the video because you don't like making the video. The video topic sucks. You just want it out. You just want money.
Yeah.
It's corporate. It's whatever. There's no passion. But then there's the other type of hating, which I think all artists suffer from. And I'm not saying my video is art, but like I define artist right now by like someone who makes a great product. So someone.
I would argue Manosphere video is a work of art. Deadass.
Oh, that's amazing. So, unfortunately, no one watched it. But we'll actually get back to that later. Thing is, though, is that the second way to hate a video is because Yeah, I hated making the Manosphere video so much because of how good I knew it was going to be. The bar was set so high, the expectations were immaculate, and I made a great product at the cost of just, not a hectic work cycle. This happens to every single person who's trying to make a great product. I can't imagine being like an actual sculptor, because keep in mind, that was just under 50 days of hell. Like, imagine being Michelangelo.
Yeah.
He must have suffered for years
Or, like,
making the same project.
I think Da Vinci spent
took
like 4 years
years.
on the Mona Lisa, I think.
Oh my god, 4? He must have suffered so
And
much.
that's one painting.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a wife, right? Like, most people married back in the medieval times. He couldn't have fucking time for a wife or, like, friends or anything. I imagine in his biography, it's just like all he ever thought about was work. And then it was just tiny, tiny increments that took years to make. He probably suffered so much to make great stuff. Like, and now he'll be lived forever, but at the cost of his own short little life. It must have been terrible once he realized that he's really, really good at spending years on a single project. Oh my gosh.
True, but the thing is that at the end of the hell, Da Vinci had his masterpiece. The Mona Lisa is currently the most famous painting of all time. So it's like,
well, here's the thing, Ian, but like I assume what happened was, after you finished the Mona Lisa, then he was like, okay, on to the next project, as most people do. So here's what happened.
Well, he probably spent a day or two of peace. He probably got a day or two to be like, yeah, it's pretty cool. What are we doing next?
So when I was making my Dark Days video for 3 hours, or the 3 hour long video, it took me like over the course of 6 months to make. So over the timeline is a year, but actual raw work was like 6 months. But I remember thinking the whole time, like, let's say we're on season 2, there's 3 seasons, and I'm just like, the whole time I'm making that video, it's like, I am gonna be so happy when this video finally comes out. I'm gonna take I'm gonna have a party, cheeseburger, motorcycle backflips. I'm just not gonna think about videos. And then you know what I did when I made that video? I went immediately onto SpongeBob Horror Games, a 20-minute video. That took 3 weeks to make, I'm pretty sure. So I was like, dude, the project that took me a year to make, or over the span of a year, dude, what the hell? Why am I making another thing? Dude, my dad has this problem. He's an author. And, dude, literally he spent years making a book. It's 200 pages, but it's like 100,000 words. I don't even know what it's about. I think it's like, he's a theologist. But he made this book for years. He on and off. And then he made it this year. It was either this year or last year. Let's say like August 2024 or something. He made it. And now he's on to his other book. Like, he's on to the next thing. Like, dude, it never stops. The grind never stops, which is so funny, because that's what the fucking manosphere says.
The crazy thing for writers, too, is, like, sometimes you can make one book, and it could be such a good bestseller that you're just set for life. Like, that's insane to me. Because
yeah, like, the person who made To Kill a Mockingbird, I don't know any of his other books. I bet Harper Lee has... I don't think Harper Lee has any other books that are probably as potent as To Kill a Mockingbird, which is in every American school system now, I'm pretty sure, or at least in Texas or something. But yeah,
I had a similar thing where it was like, after finishing YouTuber Gods, that was like a year of my life tossed into that one video, and then I finally got it out, and it felt really good. I didn't even care if it didn't do that well. In hindsight, it makes me a little more sad. It did fine. It did like 6 out of 10, not even particularly good. But I was just happy it was done. I was just happy that it was like,
no. I got that feeling.
Because the insane thing is, like, when you spend I didn't know this because I've never spent so long on a project before, but when you spend so long on one fucking thing, everything...
You hate it.
No, it's not just that. Like, I went through a fucking saga with that video. I hated it for a while, and then I had to slowly get around to it. And I was like, okay,
the 5 stages.
Eventually, I learned to yeah, I got acceptance. Eventually, I got acceptance. And it's like, okay, you know what? This is a pretty good video. This is the best video I've ever made. Finally, it's finally out. And then I directly follow it up with Kevin MacLeod. I followed up
like just immediately afterwards, man.
Like 2 weeks later. Yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah. Oh, so exactly what happened to me with the Dark Days video and the Manosphere video. What ended up happening is that I spent so much time on it. like hours per day that I was just like, you know what? I don't care how many views this is gonna get. Just get it out and whatnot. So it for every other video, 30,000 views would probably like be like, what is going on here? But the fact that the manosphere of all videos has it, it's a bit confusing. But I'm just more glad that the video is just out. I haven't really worked on a video for a month now. I can't believe it came out a month ago. But yeah, no, dude, my routine has been really, really good. I've just been studying, occasionally hanging out with friends, like never having to think about a video until maybe, let's say, some time from now, but not now and whatnot.
Yeah. It's like, have you ever, do you ever have that thing where if a video does really well or does like really poorly, that'll affect your perception of the video quality wise? Because like,
it happens to everybody that isn't a creator.
I don't know. I had that for the Deltarune video where it's like, it did fine. It got like 100K views. That's, a good little point to be at. But it's like, I recently rewatched it now that I'm finishing Junipero, and I'll finally have a newest video. And I was like, damn, this is a really good video, because I see 100K in the title and thumbnail, and like once you post the video, you forget all the work you put into every single visual. All you really remember is the timestamp, title, and thumbnail. You don't remember any of the like content of the video. You don't remember the script. You don't remember any of the visuals. Like by the time you're done making something, like that, all it'll ever be is just the title, thumbnail.
It's blocked out because it sucked making it, right? Like you were either indifferent or you just wanted it out.
God, Deltarune was also like it had the same problem as YouTuber Gods, because again, it's like when you pour a part of yourself into something, it's just kind of, after a while, it does get kind of cringe. Like you have to see your own, have to see your own like low points, and you're sort of broadcasting it for the world, and that is very scary. And also, I do feel like Deltarune is sort of the it's like an addendum to YouTuber Gods, where it's like, instead of being parasocial about creators, it's being parasocial about fictional characters. It's like
we should definitely talk about that in another podcast. Like, what do we think about parasocial stuff and whatnot?
Or you could just watch the 1.5 hour long video.
But no one has and whatnot. Or
200K, which is fine.
Oh wait, is the Deltarune at 200K?
No, parasocial relationships is 200.
Got you, that one. Yeah. Oh, dude, but as I was saying, like, I think that's probably why so many writers, sculptors, and video people, like, once they're done making the worst thing ever, or it like physically drains them, now they're like, okay, on to the next one, because they just completely forget. It's all blocked out. I still keep my journal with me occasionally, and dude, there's just like this part in like August where it's just like, I'm literally like, it's not venting because it's all analytical, like what I actually did the day, but it's just like, oh my god, I did nothing but just rot max all day on this thing. Oh my god. And so now going all the way back to what we were trying to talk about in the beginning about the editing stuff. So what ended up happening is that because of the time pressure to get this out before college becomes hard, to get this out, I was just like, there was a point where like for 3 days straight, dude, my chest started hurting. The top of my chest, I'll never forget it. The sternum or something like that. It was like, what on earth is going on? I'm getting like these chest pains and whatnot. And of course, there's the sleepless nights, which I'm pretty sure is common when making something.
Yeah. But your brain's too consumed with the product.
Yeah. Oh, no. But there's this particular bad night. So I've always been a sleepless person, but there was this particular bad night in August where I went to bed not being satisfied with the work I did today. So what it always was is that I would do a chunk of work today, and then I would go to bed, somewhat think about the video, but like just for the future. But this time I was like, I couldn't go to sleep because I just kept thinking about it. I couldn't I wasn't able to think about it subconsciously or in the background, so I couldn't sleep that night. Oh my god.
Did you ever have dreams about the Delta male and the Gamma male?
Oh, dude, like probably like for the definitely no, definitely the week before I made the video, right? When you're all hyped, you're dreaming about what the video will be like, and now you're dreaming about the video. Like, god damn it, now I gotta do all these small increment things.
One time I had a really evil dream where I dreamed about finishing the project I was working on, and and posting it, and it got like a billion views, and I made $1 million, and then I wake up, I finished the video for real, which unfortunately, because I had to finish it again because I finished it already in the dream, and then I posted it, and it didn't even do well. It was like a 7
So
out of
it's
10.
like
I psyoped
expectations,
myself.
dude.
My brain psyoped me into
Ha!
believing it would do well. It's like, what the
So
fuck?
yeah, that is. Wait, I've actually never had something
That's
like that.
fucking
I've had a
evil. That's
dream.
actually just evil.
No, no, no.
Sabotage.
I've had it. So I wasn't expecting what you meant by evil. So I've had an evil dream where I thought I accidentally made a video public that wasn't supposed to be public. So maybe
Ooh.
I forgot. I forgot what the video was in question. It could have been either an unfinished version of an existing video or like a 10-second video
I
of
mean,
like a
I
real
think you
life
did
thing.
that.
But
You did that
something wasn't
once.
supposed
You
to be
did that
public.
once with Roblox horror games.
Roblox horror games. No, I think what happened. Oh no 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 no. It was because of the time, right? I wanted to make it at 10 a.m. or something. What was it again? The Roblox horror games?
Yeah, so I think you
Um.
had an earlier version of the video, and it accidentally went public for like an
Oh
hour.
God, yeah. And
And
I swear to God,
how many? I think
got
it's
20K views.
yeah,
It
it got
20K
20K.
views.
Damn, 20K.
Thank God. Okay,
How
so the
quickly
good
did you
news
delete
is
it?
that well, it's
Like,
been out for a few hours. Well, keep in mind that was 2022. That was like a
yeah,
really good. I was getting crazy views, and thankfully the Roblox video has a million views
yeah,
now,
it
so
ended up
nothing
doing
really
well
ever
when you
happens.
posted anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that was an evil dream. But yeah, so at this point in the so I'm like let's say 25 minutes of the 32 minutes into the video. So I've made great progress, but you're at that midpoint where you made so much progress, but there's still so much
Yeah,
more
it's
to
like
go
it's
through.
just
So
enough that
dude,
you can begin to
I
maybe see the end, but it's far enough that you know that
you
still there's still broken glass on the road.
you still have to do all that work. And dude, I just crashed out. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure like in August, a tear came out of my eye. I was just like, oh my God, I hate this so much because I had to get this out quickly. So I crashed out. I was like, so I started making the alpha male part. Oh yeah, I can tell you. So Ian and Papo made the alpha, sigma, and did you make anything else? What else did you make? Or was that
It
it?
was. Let me check. I did specifically
Sigma.
me. I did alpha, and then I polished up a couple edits for the
Mhm.
rest of that bit. I think
So
Tim did a lot of the heavy lifting there.
oh, in the beta male. Yeah, Papo did the beta male, I'm pretty sure, right? So I started making the beta male thing, and I was like about 20 seconds editing wise, and I literally dropped my iPad on the carpet, don't worry. But I was like, dude, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Yeah, and
And
I think
whatnot.
the
I was
crazy
sitting
thing is
down,
like
so it wasn't
so
like
Sam would he'd occasionally join call, and me and Tim would try to like hype him up into making a video. One example was Twitter and Dead Internet, where it was like
oh yeah.
we all got in a call. Tim made a lovely thumbnail, and then he gave we all gave it to Sam, and we are like, "You go, man! You can make a video about Dead
Yeah.
Internet theory." And then it just didn't work out, and eventually, like a month later, Sam was just like, "You know what? I don't feel like doing this anymore." I was like, "Okay,
Yeah,
can I
so Ian,
steal?"
you can make it.
And then I
Yeah.
yoinked it, and it's like the one recent video that actually did pretty well. The
Oh
the only
yeah.
problem is that it got fucking copyright claimed because I'm a moron, and I didn't. I kept
Is this
the
still copyright claimed? I
Yeah,
forgot about that.
now
Oh,
it got
shit.
copyright claimed for Pure
Yeah, let
Morning.
me see here. Let me
It
see
sucks because
here.
I recently rewatched it. It's such a banger. It's such a good video. But yeah, it got copyright
Pure
claimed for
Morning
Pure
video edit.
Morning.
I got you.
Um,
I got you.
which sucks because I've used that song before and I never got hit. I guess I just
Oh
played it.
yeah.
I just played it too loudly, I guess.
Mhm.
But it happens, and it's unfortunate because I lost probably like $300 or $400 for that. But
Oh, whatever.
it's
Hundreds or whatever.
it's whatever. It's whatever. I'll make that money back someday. And either way, I have a good video in my hands, and it did all right.
But yeah, so
So yeah,
again, I
we make
just
the
crash
thumbnail.
out.
We make the thumbnail and topic for Sam, and then he gives me the idea because he's just so burnt out. And that we've been continuously doing that. And as Sam would continue joining the call, being like, "Man, I really hate working on this," we began going like, "You know what? Send us the clip. We will edit it." And Sam's like, "I don't know. I don't really want to pay editors." And we did it for free because we just wanted to see a new Sam Sournell video.
It's insane.
Because
That was
because
insane.
in that amount of time, Sam, he wasn't a YouTuber. He was a friend who doesn't post fucking videos anymore. He
and
didn't
I
make any
haven't uploaded
videos.
in like 5 months up to that point. 5 fucking months.
Yeah, so we were like, you know
Um,
what? It's been so fucking long. We will edit it for free just so that we could get a tiny monicum of new Sam content.
Dude,
can get
and you
anything.
guys made 5 minutes in a single day. Oh my God. And the editing was like on par with mine. So it's like, but like I would only make like about 1 minute and 30 a day. But you guys must have like just all out, went out, and just in a single day and night, you got that whole thing done, and you got so much goddamn work off my back. Oh my God. So I even made them little private videos that I sent them links to. It's unlisted on YouTube.
Yeah,
And it's like
you had
it's literally
very
a recording
very
saying,
lovely
"Thank you
little
so
thank
much."
yous, like, oh my god, thank you for working on the video for
I know.
free.
You can probably see the eye bag Zian on me because it's just like, oh my god, I like my
Yeah,
hair was
it was
just all over the
probably a
place.
big
Oh my
weight taken
god.
off your shoulders for sure. Yeah.
It was a crazy amount of weight. So if I never had done that, I think the video would have came out maybe October 1st or something. So 2 weeks from now or whatever. Um, and thankfully, actually, in retrospect, by the way, I'm actually not studying every single day or whatever. So I had a big fear that this is what would have happened by October. I'm still able to do things like hang out with friends for a few hours and then study for a few hours. So, but again, I had that great fear that I was just not gonna have enough time making the video. So it's just like, oh my god, Papo and Ian, can you just please do this or
We were able
something? How much do I have
to we were able
pay
to
you?
pick up the project, and we were able to
Mhm.
help carry it to the finish line. And
Oh
then
my
it got
God.
no views anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, no. So,
Unlucky.
oh yeah. So since we made the last podcast, let's talk about my video and your neon white video. So
Neon
before,
White's a
so
fucking
we always,
throwback. Okay, yeah.
so here's what we always had a philosophy of when based on our
Okay, here's
followers
how
and
here's
views.
how it worked. So for the longest time, if you're a growing channel, a good way to determine channel health is like if your views are higher than your sub count or whatever. But then
Mhm.
eventually, as I've branched out, my outlook has sort of changed, where it's like, sure, that works if you're making the type of content you've always made. But the thing is, I am too creative to make the same video 10 trillion times in a row with no differences. So I started
Consistently.
doing the video essays, I did the documentary stuff, and my outlook is like, generally, these are not topics that people subscribe to me for. Evil Superman, no one fucking wanted that video. That video performed like dog shit when it came out. It only did well because the algorithm hit it. So my new philosophy became, if it's a good video, the algorithm will find an audience for it. And that was my outlook until I did what was basically Evil Superman 2, which was the Mediums of Horror video. Then that video came out. It did fucking dog shit. It's at like 80K now. Which is even like, especially for the era, it's very unfortunate because it's surrounded by like 300K minimum on everything else.
Mhm.
So it's like
Yeah.
complete. So it's like my philosophy has just been, fuck, I don't know, because then after like way later, mid 2024 is when my views started going down on videos. So it was like I released weekly for a bit. It was like Sonic on Scratch, Plush Tubers, YouTuber Mobile Games 2, Life Hacks. All of those were weekly. And it's like, none of those videos did that well. I followed up with Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird is bad too. That's 80K now. And that's like, that's crazy. That's unbelievable. I've never had that many misses in a row. For the longest time, none of those videos had 100K. And that was me trying to play into the audience's hand. It's like, oh, these are the types of videos that the audience subbed to me for. I will provide the videos that they want to watch. But then none of them wanted to watch it. The only thing that got me,
Yeah.
out of that mindset was when I did the Class of '09 video that no one in my audience cared about. But it did really well anyways, because fuck you. I make videos on what I want, and if the audience follows, then the algorithm will... If the audience doesn't care, the algorithm will find a way. They'll find a person for it. And then I did Neon White, and nothing worked anyways.
No. So here's what happened. In Neon White before I did the Manosphere video. So our other philosophy, we had a philosophy where because we had like 200K or 500K subscribers, we had a philosophy of no matter how shit a video is, there should always be a net worth of views, like a minimum net of views that we'll always get just because of how much numbers were.
We were
so
thinking,
I think our net was 50K.
Like, how
I
much?
think it was 50K.
Yeah, we were thinking like how much of a guarantee will there be? And then the actual answer is that sub count doesn't mean fucking shit. Lonnie Dose has nearly 1 million subs and he gets 400 views a video. So
oh my god,
it's just like if it's been long enough, the sub count does not matter anymore. I am not. I have officially attained status.
That cracked our atmosphere. Oh my god.
So it was like Neon White comes out, it's at like 40K now, which is insane. Because here's the thing, I thought Neon White was a good video. I thought it was well edited. I think I provided
There's nothing wrong with it. It's among everything else. It's among all your other videos.
Exactly. It seems like a perfectly innocuous video, but for some reason, no one watched it. That was the difference.
The illusion was shattered because we always assumed, okay, whatever. If the Neon White video is going to do bad, it'll at least get 50K views or whatever. And then it got like 10K views in the first month, was it?
No, it was like 15K though. It was grim. It was really bad.
Like that was the first time that I realized
I'm glad it's
that,
narrowing it on 40K now. At least that's slightly less embarrassing. It's still bad.
and
it's
my
still
video
really
will get
bad.
30K.
It's
My
still
video
awful,
will get 30K.
but
Yeah.
it's just like, Jesus, man. Maybe
that was the first
and for the
time.
longest time I was like, okay, maybe I could spin it in a way, because here's the thing, Neon White is like, it was a pretty popular game when it came out. Like, I keep seeing it popping up. It's just never the main focus of anything. Like, someone will talk about speedrunning and I'll see Neon White footage, or someone will talk about their favorite games ever and I'll see Neon White footage. Like, Neon White is a known game. It is a popular indie game. It's just not one that anyone in my audience cares about, I guess. The algorithm didn't care about it either. It's just like, damn.
Make sure to say algorithm and not audience, because again, no one asked for a Class of '09 video, and
well,
no one asked for a Neon
it's
White
kind of
video,
both,
so it's
right?
all
Like,
algorithm.
well, here's the thing: the
Oh,
algorithm's job is to lead the video to the audience that will watch it. Like, by the audience, it's not my audience; it would be the general YouTube audience. Because even if my audience doesn't give a shit about Class of '09, the algorithm will find the audience that does.
Well, I guess Class of '09 just hot babes or something. I'm not sure.
To be fair,
White
Class
is
of '09 thumbnail is kind of a banger, so it just kind of looks clickable.
The Neon White thumbnail, it got changed over and over.
I changed
again.
it like 5 times. It looks it's minimalist. It's nice. I like it. I think it works really well with the title, which is nice.
Yeah. So another philosophy we had was, good videos will always get views. Good videos.
Well, that was my stance until fucking Mediums of Horror flopped.
Neon White came out.
Mediums of Horror was 2 years ago.
So I was assuming, I was bracing for 100K views. So when I made my SpongeBob, Good Mobile Horror Games, and Slendy Tubby's Fan Games, all 3 in a row within 2 weeks, my philosophy is that, okay, they'll get some views because people want horror games. Only 100K views. Okay.
Yeah, like all the like if you look at that's the sort of issue with looking at past success, right? Because it's like you can go to your most popular and you can be like, oh, that's mobile horror games or Slendy Tubbies, or like it puts you in like the general horror niche. But looking at what worked 2 years ago won't really work in the modern day, and
I had to learn that myself. Yeah,
and that's. It was really tough for me to get to that conclusion when I was posting videos that I thought would do really well, but they would have done well in 2021. Like Life Hacks would have done really well in 2021. In 2024, it got like 150K and no one remembers it. Because like here's the thing, I did 3am YouTubers. I did 3am YouTubers in 2021, and that has like 500K now. And it's like, that was a weird one-off video, but because of the era I posted it in, it was long enough ago that it's at like 650K now, and it's like, even then that's pretty low compared to the videos around it, because the videos around it were like 30 Great Games and Squid Game mobile games. Both of them are at 1 million. So it's like, in hindsight, it's still slightly lower compared to videos from a similar era, but it's like 600K on a video about 3am YouTubers. I mean, that's pretty good. It's like, same with YouTuber mobile games. The original YouTuber mobile games got like 800K views, but they came out in 2021. So when I did a follow-up like 3 years later, obviously it's not going to do as well. It got like 200K. So it's like, if you don't reiterate, you will fall to the dust. And that is something I've sort of been trying to avoid. It doesn't help when you just don't post as much either. I don't want to make weekly videos, man. I want to make longer stuff. I want to do narratives. I want to do plot twists. I want to do setups and payoffs. You can't do that in a 10-minute video, man.
It's like, I mean, well, maybe you can.
You can do maybe one of those things. You can do one.
It would have to be really articulately well designed. So for example, the Mr. Dweller video is 8 minutes, but it's very compact. It's very and the Ghost of YouTube video is 10 minutes, and it has a lot to say and whatnot. It ended up doing really well itself and whatnot, despite the fact that like no one asked for it.
It's like, I think some of my best videos are like, okay, Class of '09 is really good. That one has setups and payoffs, and that's 20 minutes. I think YouTuber God is good, but that one has a trillion. That one has entire fucking dominoes of setups. Twitter was good. Twitter had setups and payoffs and plot twists. And then the Deltarune one, but that one's like a half hour. It's like, you need time to set things up. Otherwise, it would just be setups and then you immediately pay it off. Like, it wouldn't really work.
And the horrible part about YouTube coming this way forward is that it's generally well known that like quantity is what gets views, right? Algorithm wise. So it's like, it really is
because if you have if you have one 50-minute video, you're putting all of your eggs into that 50-minute basket. But if you have like 5 10-minute videos, it's more likely that if one of those go popular, the other ones will be in the recommended, right? So it's like, okay, if you have 5-10 minute videos, you can just hop between them. So it depends on what works.
I mean,
It depends on what works.
yeah. And about putting all the eggs in the basket, the manosphere video, I was just bracing it to get 100K because I was making all these videos. No matter how popular I thought they always get like lower than I expected. So I even braced myself. I even like put my standards really, really low, like 100K. Dude, 27K? Oh my goodness. The last time a video did that bad was my Q&A. Oh my goodness. So now I just want this video to get like 50K and I'll be happy, which will be like in a year from now or whatever. But yeah, so that was the first time, and the neon white where
low-key, I am fucking horrified to see how Junipero does, because this is me.
Oh, because it's so
ranting.
niche. It's so niche.
Here's what I'll. This is fun because the video is coming out tomorrow, so by the time the podcast comes out, people will already know whether or not the video is doing.
We'll see
at all.
Truth
so
nuke.
Here's what I'm predicting. Okay, so San Junipero video, I'm branding it as the episode that broke Black Mirror, which means I'm not relying on the popularity of Junipero, but I am kind of banking on the recognizability of Black Mirror as a series. Currently, it is currently the 40th highest rated TV show on IMDb, which is pretty good, all things considered. There are a lot of TV shows that are less popular. However, it's also not something anyone in my audience would know. I think the good news, though, is that because of how I'm spinning it, I am designing the video to be watchable to anyone, especially people who aren't already aware of the series. And I will explain what Black Mirror is. I'll do it in a way that isn't just explaining every single episode of the show in order. Thanks, Evil Superman. I will do it in a way that people will enjoy, hopefully. And more importantly, I will tie it into this more general idea of like, this is me complaining about a really beloved episode of the series. This is me criticizing the 5th highest rated episode. That's, I think that's enough to have something to work with to an average viewer. That's what I'm hoping for.
We'll see.
I still have no fucking idea what I'm going to do for the thumbnail. I will have to see how that works out, but I'm hoping, because here's the thing, for the last for the last 8 videos, every single one has 100K. That's pretty good, especially considering they range insanely from like tone and style and topic. Like, I'm very, very thankful right now that the Deltarune video has 100K, that Twitter video has 100K, that Minecraft bootleg toys has 100K, and that FNAF Theories has 100K. All of those are very different videos, but they all made it to that point, which is, at least that's telling me that at very least people are interested to hear what I have to say, sort of regardless of the topic. Worst case scenario, Junipero is not going to do worse than Neon White. I think Neon White is the lowest it could be.
If it gets 90K views or something, so be it, right? But yeah, no, it's very interesting, all the algorithm stuff, because you have no really clear idea of how to capsulate it. Like, the only really known way is just to do what you keep doing. But then, as you said, like, what works in 2 years ago doesn't. So then you have to keep like throwing out new ideas or throwing ideas in the wall. And then for some reason, some of them do very, very badly, and some also do really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with experiments is that sometimes they work really well and sometimes they fail miserably.
But there's no saying what fails it.
YouTube is a very complicated game, and it makes me remember an anecdote or like a hypothetical raised in Super Eye Patch Wolf's video about YouTuber courses. If you want to be a carpenter, you can learn from a guy who's made a really great chair every day for like 50 years, or a guy who made a pretty great chair one time 7 years ago with a type of tree that doesn't exist anymore. And on YouTube, only the second guy is available. You have like, here's my YouTube course. If you go get a time machine and go back 5 years ago and make Plants vs Zombies ripoffs, like, that is the only advice I can give, because I don't have experience as a small channel in the modern year.
And this is why it's impossible to answer the questions that I get on my Gmail saying, and also my Q&A is like, oh, how do I become successful like you? There's no answer. There's literally no answer. There is no answer. There's not. Guys, anyone watching this,
okay, it's just like, make good videos. Ideally, stay true to yourself and make videos you want to make.
And then brace yourself. Brace yourself if it does well or not.
And I think most importantly is just like, if you have an interesting perspective that most people do not share, that is your cue to make a video about something. Because people don't want to hear the 100th video essay on why Aquarium of Time is a good game.
Ian, don't say that out loud, because there's a slop epidemic still going on.
People don't, like, if you're like a video essayist, right? People do not want you to, they don't want to watch the 10 millionth video essay on why Ocarina of Time is actually great, because it's the most popular. Like, it's everyone else says it's the #1 best video game of all time. If you're making a video on it, do like why Ocarina of Time is overrated. I'd rather watch a video on that, because at least that is a different perspective than my own and than the popular common consensus. Like, I think that, like,
and it also stands out. It helps stand out.
Yeah, exactly. If you have, like, there was this really funny series of videos I saw where it was like this guy explaining why he doesn't like Deltarune, and I don't agree with it. I think the videos are quite bad. I think they were very rushed.
But I watched the video.
But I watched them, and they're memorable. Exactly. It's like,
and more importantly, you remember the videos. You watched thousands of videos in your lifetime.
Probably. Oh, actually, I have YouTube Premium. I have YouTube Premium. I could count how many hours of YouTube I've watched since paying for it. Okay, I did not even know this. I have been a member since October 2023, and I've watched 5,000 hours of ad-free videos.
And you must have. And you somehow remember that one of all things, right?
And I remember like those two videos because they were unique.
That's genius.
You know, a lot of people complain about Ragebait, but if you do Ragebait, then it works. Okay, the reason why people do it is because it works.
Well, we're talking about memory too, because sometimes clickbait can be so, like, it can still be just completely forgettable, like trash content, right?
True.
You don't remember it either.
Oh, are you not familiar with the term Ragebait?
Isn't it the same thing as clickbait?
Okay, so no. Clickbait is basically over embellishing a title and thumbnail in order to get more clicks. Now, Ragebait is something slightly different.
Isn't it just a lie? Clickbait's a lie.
No. Ragebait. Well, sometimes it comes in the form of a lie. But Ragebaiting is like, it's the art. I'd say it's the art of coming up with a contrarian opinion in such a way that riles up the most attention towards you. It is like, for example, say a new game comes out and everyone fucking loves it, right? And then if someone says they hate it. So what you can do is you can be like, this game is overrated and I hate it, and the gameplay is bad and the mechanics are shitty and I hate the developer.
But you get views.
and then
you get loads of views.
Yeah, it will. And the thing is, Ragebait has always worked. Like, we can go back to, like, there was this guy on, like, furry YouTube. His name was Kothrix, and he was famous.
Is this feet?
No, that's Achilles Argyle.
Oh, okay.
He was. I think that was a joke.
But I remember him. I remember that trash YouTuber because of how.
But the thing was, with like, Kothrix would do this series where they'd argue devil's advocate on, like, literally the worst shit ever. So they would have like a 6-minute video on, like, why we need child labor, and I remember because it's like, Ragebait is really funny.
It's a memorable video. It's a great video. Like, they would watch every now and then, right?
They would have like 9,000 dislikes to 2,000 likes, but I respect the Ragebait because it's funny. Okay,
it's so good. It's so.
This is why, like, if you learn the art of Ragebait, then you're awesome, and I have a ton of respect for people that. Well, I mean, to be fair, another thing with Ragebait though is a lot of the time it's like not a sincere opinion. So it's like, I don't like this thing, even though in reality they might not care. But yeah, generally, I think the art of having a hot take is just, it's a good thing to have. It's a good way to differentiate your perspective.
Well, make sure it's your real opinion. You don't want to fake. You don't want to fake a hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, make sure.
That's the thing with.
Make sure it's something you really want to talk about. Of course. That's
like the Achilles heel of the idea of Ragebait, because I feel like a lot of the time it does come from a place of insincerity. But if you have a hot take and you're like antagonistic about it from a place of actual sincerity, that has potential.
It's passion. It's passion.
Exactly. And even then, the only reason you'd have a hot take about something is if you think there's like potential there to begin with. Like, if I didn't give a shit about Junipero at all, I wouldn't make a 30-minute video talking about why I don't like it. The reason I'm making the video is because it's this insanely high-rated episode that has none of the sauce that I want in a good episode of Black Mirror.
But everyone else
But for some reason, everyone else loves it, even though there's nothing. It does nothing special. And I will go in excruciating detail about that in my 30-minute video essay. But it's like, you know, at very least, that's a different opinion than the norm. You know, you can watch 10 trillion summaries on what happens in the episode, but I feel like a unique perspective is something unique to you. And I think that's the good thing.
Yeah. All right, so with that, Ian, I got to go pick up my mom now from school, so let's end this podcast here. I will absolutely continue this podcast in future and whatnot. We'll make sure to get more guests on.
This has been the Aquarium. Welcome back. It's been a year, but we're back now. I'm not sure if we're going to do monthly like we did before, but it is back, okay? And that's what matters.
So, yeah, anything to take away from this? Lessons?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of it was like old man Unk yelling at Cloud. It was a lot of
it's amazing. It was the best type of podcast.
It was a lot of like, I'm old and irrelevant, so I'm complaining into the void.
Oh yeah. Anyways, I'm happy to not be making videos right now. Yeah, I'm happy to be working on college stuff.
I'm hoping that I don't end up like you, never making a fucking video again.
Oh yeah, and then even when you do make videos, like it gets 30K views, so make sure you keep on top of like the views and whatnot, right? Because it's also like lively income or whatever. Like people gotta freaking make.
Yeah.
Because even if you make like really good videos, if you're making it for a living, then like, oh my god, once YouTube like stops paying you, it like, as your only source of income, it's like, okay, like, do you want me to make slop or something like that?
It's like, what do you do at that point? I guess you just have to like put the fries in the bag, dude. Wrap it up.
Yeah. 9 to 5, dude. Oh yeah, I could talk about Subway next podcast, but yeah. All right, later, guys.
That's been the episode. Bye. Wee.